What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex. You watching a Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. Last night I saw Maleficent, and Maleficent is a new live-action retelling of the Disney animated classic Sleeping Beauty. Now, I don't remember too much about Sleeping Beauty. I do remember watching it as a kid, but all I remember is that there's a princess who has a curse placed upon her. She falls asleep and sleeps forever until her true love kisses her. That's all I remember about Sleeping Beauty. So generally, from that knowledge alone, I would think that that's what I'm expected to see in this movie. Well, the one thing that's very different about Maleficent is that it's not told through Sleeping Beauty's perspective. It's actually told through the title character's perspective, and that is Maleficent, played by Angelina Jolie. She plays the villainous character from the Disney classic that puts the curse on Sleeping Beauty. So this story is told completely through her perspective, which I thought was a very interesting twist on the Disney classic, because you know you're having a villain carry the story forward, and I thought that that was a very interesting take on a fairy tale, a classic fairy tale. Now, Angelina Jolie, I gotta say, she nails the part as Maleficent. I feel that she put in a strong performance, and as the title character, she needs to put in a strong performance because the story is completely driven by her. And I think it was a delight to watch her. She did a great job with that. Now, unfortunately, her performance, while it is a very strong performance and a very it's a great performance, actually, it's just not enough for the movie to make this a very, I guess, engaging movie. All right, I liked watching her. I enjoyed her performance, but I felt that the story was really quite weak. Now, even though they tried to put that twist of telling it through the different perspective, telling it through her perspective as a villain, I felt that her scenes were interesting. But all the other scenes where it deals with the good guys, yeah, that didn't really mean anything to me. I didn't really care for any of those scenes because other than the great battle sequence at the beginning and the climax at the end, which was very exciting, everything in the middle was this. Okay, I'll explain it to you. Okay, it's Maleficent just casting spells here and there. Okay, all right, cut. Cut to the next shot of in the castle where the king, played by Charlton Copley, is complaining. Okay, and then cut back to Maleficent having fun, casting spells. Okay, wave a wand, and then something poof happens. Okay, now let's cut back to the castle where the king once again is doing a lot of complaining. We need more iron. Why isn't my thing being built? Why isn't Maleficent captured? Okay, cut back to Maleficent casting more spells. That was the entire middle portion of the film. You have a great opening sequence, you have a great ending sequence, but everything in the middle was just what I explained. Repeat that over and over and over again to the point where I feel like, man, is this story going to develop? I mean, sure, I like watching Angelina Jolie do her thing as a title character, but other than that, there's really not a whole lot going for this movie. Now, I'm sure that a lot of people in the audience really enjoyed it because I heard a lot of oohs and ahs and clapping and all that, and I didn't feel any of that. But then keep in mind, I'm not the target demographic, okay? The target demographic, I gather, when being in the audience, is teenage girls and families and young couples with kids, or rather couples with kids, rather, not necessarily young couples, but I noticed that that made up the audience. I mean, the target demographics definitely not guys like me who like fast cars and Transformers and robots, alien robots fighting each other and testosterone-fueled R-rated action flicks. I'm not the target demographic. I had a hard time being engaged by this movie. Now, I'm just trying to be unbiased as possible and review this movie as a film. I felt that, like I said, strong opening act, strong closing act, but everything in the middle just completely bland. All right, and Robert Stromberg, the director, it's his first time directing. This is his first film that he's directed, but he comes from a background of visual effects works. If you look at his credits, it's all these movies which are very visually driven through visual effects. He works in the visual effects department, so he works with a lot of CGI. This is a very visually driven film. There's a lot of very beautiful scenes, which includes a lot of like fantastical visual effects. It looks really cool. All right. In fact, I watched it in 2D. I think it would have looked great in 3D, considering the type of CG work that was involved. I think it would have looked great in 3D. There were a lot of those types of elements in it, but like I said before, the movie didn't have quite the beginning and middle and end that was strong enough to really give this movie a high score for me. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Some cool CG effects, strong opening, strong end, great performance from Angelina Jolie. Sharlto Copley, I felt his work on this film was not much of a stretch for himself as an actor. I like Sharlto Copley. He's a great actor. Elle Fanning, man, she was pretty boring to watch. And that's all I got to say in this movie. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. I think that if you're a fan of the Disney classic, definitely check it out. If you're looking for something slightly better, I think Snow White and the Huntsman was a little bit better, and it's usually because the villainous, the iconic villain is usually played by a very strong actress. For example, Angelina Jolie playing Maleficent, Charlize Theron in Snow White and the Huntsman. She puts on a great performance. So you know what? More or less is the same type of thing, but I felt that Snow White and the Huntsman was a little bit better, but not by that much. Anyways, 5 out of 10, that's all I gotta say in this video. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @RaginNation. My name is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. And a bunch of TV series. Now, one thing you gotta know about this director, Peyton Reed,